What's going on, guys? It is the Lone Courier here, and I'm here to give you my first impressions of Fallout 4 Far Harbor DLC. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, why not just do a review? But the thing is, with this DLC, first impressions are really the most important thing about it, because I don't want to try and step on anybody's toes here, and I mean, I have stuck up for it in the past, but so far Fallout 4 DLC hasn't been very good. You've had Wasteland Workshop and Automatron. Those didn't scratch the itch for more content for a lot of people, and I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy what they gave us. You know, it gave us a couple more quests. Obviously, Automatron gave you the robot stuff, and then you had Wasteland Workshop, which gave you some small amount of content in the form of, you know, creatures and this fucking death arena and whatnot, stuff like that. I never actually used much of Wasteland Workshop, to be completely honest, other than the building. I didn't really want to, honestly, after I found out that the cage fighting mechanics were pretty broken, I couldn't be bothered with it, so I used that mainly for building, which is quite helpful if you're a console player, because it gives you a lot of stuff that you otherwise wouldn't have access to. You know, quite frankly, I have said this in the past, that it's a better DLC pack for console, not PC. So the two of them haven't been very good in the overall community. You know, not everybody's been as keen on them as I have. I'm not even gonna lie, it does seem like I'm a bit obsessed with them, but, you know, I fucking love Fallout, so, yeah. But so far, Fallout 4 Far Harbor, I haven't finished it, I'm just gonna say that right now. I have played roughly, probably about 2 or 3 hours worth of it. I've done some of the quests, I've done a little bit exploring, I've encountered some of the local wildlife in the game. You know, I've done my fair share of killing shit so far in this DLC. I've done my fair bit of questing as well. And I just want to say right now that this is really a step up in terms of DLC for this game. Because Fallout 4, the base game, it's a good enough game, but for a Fallout game, especially coming off the back of Fallout New Vegas as well, it's not as good as Fallout New Vegas, let's just face it. Because Fallout New Vegas, the developers of that, I'm just saying all this because I know a lot of my subscribers aren't exactly Fallout players, so you won't know this. But the original Fallout developers from way back in the day, that's Interplay, a lot of them moved on to Obsidian, and basically Bethesda got a hold of Fallout after 3. You know, they developed Fallout 3, and then Obsidian developed Fallout New Vegas, and obviously that's got a lot of the original guys from the original development team for Fallout. And basically, Fallout New Vegas was perhaps one of my most favourite games ever, if not the best Fallout game in my opinion, because Fallout New Vegas gave you a fucking ton of options. You know, it's unreal the amount of options you had in that game. You know, it's just, when people say about what you can do in Fallout, how you can do literally anything, that's not true in Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. In Fallout New Vegas, it is true. You can do whatever the fuck you want in that game. It's seriously unbelievable how good it is. But I'm not going to suck off Obsidian any more than I have to. But this is more a step in the right direction from Bethesda, because Bethesda with Fallout 4, they didn't really have as much choice as New Vegas did. That was a real good thing that they done in New Vegas. They had a ton of choice. They didn't exactly have much in the base game of Fallout 4, which is a bit disappointing, but this DLC sort of works on remedying that, because it does have a lot of choice to it. You know, because it basically, it becomes apparent to you at a certain point that there is 3 factions on this island that are basically, they're not exactly against each other, and they're not exactly the best of friends either. That's the thing. You know, you're going to have to make a choice by the end of it who you're going to side with, and there's also a lot of things that you could do. You know, you could bring one side down, or you could expose somebody for being really dodgy, but you don't want to because he's a good person, and that would end up causing a lot more suffering for a lot of people. Overall, it does give you some hard choices, this DLC, and that's really fucking good, because Fallout 4 didn't really give you too many hard choices. You know, you just thought, oh, fuck it, whatever, I'll just fucking quick save or whatever. And, you know, the most amount of choice in Fallout 4 was what faction you're gonna go for. But in this, it really does have a lot of choices, like, shit, dude, I don't know what to do. And overall, there's not just straight up run and gun as much as the other DLC, or just the base game of Fallout 4 as well, because that was the one thing I hated about Fallout 4. I love the game, but there is a few things I can admit I hate about it. The one thing I hate about it is the emphasis on just killing things. And yeah, it is a first-person action RPG. You are expected to kill things. You know, I don't fucking mind killing things in Fallout. In fact, I try to start a Fallout 3 Kill Everything series, which I stopped doing for some reason. But yeah, basically in Fallout 4, the quests just devolve into kill everything, and it's kind of like, yeah, I don't mind killing everything on my own accord. I don't really like it when Bethesda are forcing me to kill everything. That's what I don't like. And basically they're kind of remedying that, because there's a lot more solutions. You know, you can come to like a peaceful conclusion with people, or you can kill them, you know, the stuff like that. It's up to you, really. This gives you more choice than the base game ultimately did, because one thing in the base game that I'm going to talk about Fallout New Vegas again that really did annoy me was in Fallout 4, basically at the start of the game, you're obviously sealed away in the vault, and some guy comes in, they kidnap your son, and if you are playing as the male character, they will kill your wife, or if you're playing as the female, they will kill your husband. And basically the guy that killed your spouse, Kellogg, you basically find him, and I'm not going to spoil it for you what happens, but you have to kill him, because Bethesda didn't really give you a choice. And Fallout New Vegas did this as well, because at the start of the game, you are ambushed because you're just a courier delivering someone a chip. And basically, someone finds you and they kill you for it. They shoot you in the head, you should be dead, but you basically still survive. You can catch up with them at some point, and you can choose whether you want to kill them or let them live. But in Fallout 4, it's like, yeah, this guy didn't do nearly as bad as what Benny in Fallout New Vegas did, but you're still going to kill him regardless. And it's kind of like, yeah, I didn't really like that lack of choice there. Fuck you, Bethesda, you could have given us a little bit more choice. Thank you very much. But in this DLC, it seems like they're giving you a lot more choice. And yeah, so one thing I want to talk about with this DLC as well is it just looks really, really nice. In terms of consoles, I have got a PC and an Xbox One, obviously, and I've got the season pass on console, so I've been playing this on Xbox One. And seriously, I was coming back to Xbox One expecting it to not look that good, because obviously I've been playing it on a PC with ultra settings and mods and stuff like that to make the game look better, and I went onto it on console and it looks stunning. Seriously, the base game didn't look very attractive because obviously they're running on quite an old engine at this point, and Fallout, nobody really plays Fallout for the graphics, even though it is a nice touch. But in this DLC, yeah, everything's masked in fog, so it looks a lot better, because you know, there's not as much going on screen because everything's just really misty and foggy. And there is some really, really nice views. I will show you one right now from the big settlement where all the Simps are in this DLC, and it is really awesome. The view is like, dude, that's fucking beautiful for a game. Another thing as well that's quite cool is when you're walking, you can see like the sun like sort of piercing through the fog. That is really cool, you know, when you get like the god rays and shit. That is pretty cool. But so far this DLC has been pretty good, I'm not even gonna lie. It's definitely a step in the right direction, and it has definitely sort of reinstated my excitement for the next lot of DLC, because I wasn't really expecting much from this DLC, because going into it I was like, oh great, we've got Point Lookout 2.0 coming here, because you know, Point Lookout was obviously in Fallout 3, and this basically has the exact same premise as Point Lookout does, and it didn't really appeal to me, but it definitely has been a real surprise, and I really do enjoy it. So yeah, this is definitely worth the 20 quid that you spend, and honestly I would just recommend that you buy the season pass on top of that, because there's going to be more DLC to come. This DLC costs £20, and then you've got Wasteland Workshop and Automaton on top of that, so that's basically coming up to the £31 price point right there, and obviously there's going to be more DLC after this, but we've not had any confirmation on it whatsoever. There is some rumours going around which I'm going to talk about right now. One of the rumours going around is apparently this Nuka World, which is apparently going to be an abandoned, desolate theme park with the Nuka-Cola theme, which is basically the Fallout version of Coca-Cola, which is pretty fucking awesome, I'm not even gonna lie. I would post a screenshot that got leaked, but I don't want to, because I don't know if it's legit, and I don't know if I could get copyright claimed for that, and I don't really want to. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's been the Lone Courier, and this has been my first impressions on Far Harbor. There will be a full review up once I've finished all this DLC, which I think is going to take a long time, because so far I've heard that this DLC has a lot of content. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's been the Lone Courier. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I always do appreciate it. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.